Hello everyone, this is Smritee Raghubalan back again with another session of book reading of my debut novel, The Call of The Mahua. And it's so special to be doing this recording on Valentine's Day. Before I start, let me thank all those out there who liked, subscribed, shared and commented on my first reading session video. And those who have landed here for the first time, please do watch my previous video where I have introduced the protagonists Lieutenant Tara McHardy and Dr. Arjun Xalxo. The link is right there in the description. So, without much ado, let's start today's session. Let me figure out what to read for you today. Let's see. This looks interesting. Here goes. The next day dawned, a bit cloudy, promising rain in the latter half. Mishri had come and gone after her customary visit for sustenance, and Tara had hugged the good dog lightly and kissed its face, getting delirious licks on her own in turn. She had started reserving milk and rotis for Mishri for her 2 meals and ensured that a bowl of water was always available under the bridge. In a while, she cycled to the hospital along with Amoli for the morning shift, both friends chatting all the way happily. Dr. Arvind came for his rounds at 8, and the nurses who were having a busy day became even busier carrying out the instructions he left for each of his patients. Medicine rounds were already done with, and the children were encouraged to take a walk in the sunny corridor outside the ward. Amoli in attendance. Tara was occupied coaxing Surin to take his daily injection. Dr. Xalxo had diagnosed supraventricular arrhythmia, and a daily digoxin injection was part of his treatment. She knew the injection, though given intravenous, caused some discomfort and had to invent new antics every day to persuade him to take it. Today, she promised him that she would repeat her Charlie Chaplin walk for him if he took the shot. The child had done so, and off she started moving backwards in distinctive Charlie Chaplin style, so comical that not only Surin but other children in the ward also broke into fits of laughter. She was glad that Surin could forget the pain, if only for a few minutes. Few more backward steps till the end of the bed, and Tara promptly stepped on a well-shod toe, distinctly hearing an ouch uttered in a particularly deep, irritated voice. 2 large hands came to grip her waist on the sides from the rear and almost plucked her to a side before Dr. Xalxo moved forward to his patient, muttering, "Whatever next, nurse, cut out the mimicry, will you?" Even without looking at her. Again, unfair was the only word that came to her mind as she stared at his back, his head bent to check Surin's heartbeat through his stethoscope. That she hadn't bothered to throw in a small word of apology never ever crossed her mind. Embarrassed she was, but more than that, she was enraged. Did he know how it felt to come and stand in front of a child every morning with a tray of injection? She had a good mind to defend herself to him, but left it, feeling glad that at least she had hurt his toe. The rage she was in, she believed she wouldn't have minded stamping the other one too. The nurses were in such a flutter as exam day dawned that it was a miracle that morning half on the ward was quite uneventful. For 4th year nurses, the examinations were scheduled at 2 in the afternoons daily for the next 4 days. Tara, always an above average student, did all of them well and hoped for the best results. After finishing her last examination, she had reported back to the ward and was taking updates from Amoli at the nurses' station when Dr. Vikrant joined them. In his uniform, he looked particularly handsome, and Tara noticed Amoli's color go a notch rosier. He inquired after their exams and jested, "I love exams because I believe I always fare well, whatever the result. And of course, the treats I give myself to celebrate their end is the actual thrill of taking them up." The girls laughed heartily at that. Captain Vikrant was always fun. The discussion eventually came to his chief, Dr. Xalxo. His voice took on a tone of reverence as he extolled his work, telling them how he admired his methods in the OT and how the doctor had attained his MD in Holland. The chief had taken him on as an assistant in the ITU project, and it was a great experience under him. Tara and Amoli appreciated the update on the project. Yet, Tara could not help putting forth her view that all this ITU project was fine, but why at a pace that the doctor should neglect his wife and son in the process? Whenever she was in the night shift, she had observed he worked till after 10. Dr. Vikrant exclaimed, "Holy smokes! What wife and son are you talking about, Tara? As far as I know, he is single as they come, though whether ready to mingle is quite questionable. He has his mother and sister's son living with him." Amoli went up in splits at this description, but as the piece of information sank in, Tara's mind recalled the night she had taken in the ginger tea to him in his chamber. The clear, warm ivory skin of her face slowly flushed as she remembered her words. She had commented on his personal life, and that too getting her facts drastically incorrect. She now realized with certainty the reason the doctor did his best to avoid her. In all fairness, she should apologize, not only for her personal remarks, but for stamping his toes too. Tara McHardy would swallow her pride and apologize soon. If that got you interested enough, please go ahead and read the novel. The purchase link is in the description. Do like, share and comment on the video, and those who haven't done yet, do subscribe. I'll see you with another session soon.